And we are recording this for our entrepreneurship class here at Velma Jackson High School. And we're also recording this for our friends at Ridgeland High School and Germantown High School and for our YouTube channel. And we have looked at your article you had in Shout Out Atlanta. And we looked at your website, and we love your cool little slogan. I'll let you tell it for the recording, but it's really catchy. And we've been talking about promotion and advertising and brand identity and things like that. So we'll let you tell us about RoyalTee Naturals and your story and what all you guys do and what you sell and how you make it and the whole shebang.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so very much for even thinking of me. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm here to answer any question, give out any advice. I love what I do. It is my passion. The name is RoyalTee Naturals because I do believe all of us come from a royal bloodline. No matter our race, we are royalty and we should treat ourselves as such. I became a skincare brand ambassador. My son was about 2 years old and he had eczema very, very badly. The medication the dermatologist gave him to put on his scalp, it only made it greasy. It didn't moisturize. And so therefore he still had scabs and it would smell and he would scratch his skin so bad that he would web up and bleed. And when you have a little baby, it's kind of hard to even see them with a cough. It breaks your heart. So one day I just said, you know what, God, I'm tired of this. I went into the kitchen and it just came as second nature. I just started whipping up some stuff and I put it on him. And I kid you not, within a month, he was completely healed. Wow. And he just turned 17 3 weeks ago and he has no skin issues.
That's incredible. And that's cool you say that because we always say entrepreneurs solve a problem, and that's literally what you did.
Yes, I solved it. I started from home. And, I think all skin types are naturally beautiful, no matter the age, because sometimes the older we get, the thinner our skin gets. It starts to dry out, no matter your age or your gender or race. All skin types are naturally beautiful to me. And skincare is most definitely my care, which is the royal care.
That's a cool slogan. And we did look at some of your products. So, and obviously that's a cool way you started it. And you said in the video that all your stuff is handmade.
Yes.
And so talk a little bit about that and what all it is you sell.
Yes, absolutely. All of my products are handmade. I make goat milk soaps that helps prevent skin cancer, clears up blemishes, breakouts, even out your skin tone. My most popular soaps that I cannot keep in stock is my turmeric soap, my African black soap, and the black wash, as well as my oatmeal soap. I also have different scrubs. I have dry scrubs like turmeric and honey, because honey really moisturizes the skin, and brown sugar scrub. I also have a shea butter based scrub for my customers that have extremely dry skin. So it's a creamy scrub. It's shea butter based with avocado, and you scrub with that. And when you come out, actually, you'll see a difference. Your skin actually kind of looks like you have on lotion and you do not. Oh, wow. I actually received a big order and I should have grabbed my products. They're literally across the table from me. I have a big deodorant order I have to fulfill today. I make handmade organic deodorants. Back in 2015, I woke up one day and my braids, I touched them and they were falling out. And I thought my hair was falling out because of depression. I went to the dermatologist a few months later and I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, hyperthyroidism, which causes my hair to fall out. And that's when I started digging a little bit deeper into natural remedies. And that's when I found out aluminum in deodorant causes breast cancer in male and female.
Wow.
So that's how I got into making natural deodorant as well. My deodorant does not contain aluminum. It does not contain baking soda because baking soda irritates the skin, dries it out, and make you itchy.
Wow. Now, do you have a background in science to know all the scientific stuff? Because we had at the beginning of the year, we had a biology professor here at Jackson State that came up with a natural hair product. And I'll get you that information because it's really good. And hers was, she was just messing around with some chemicals help natural hair because she has a science background. Now, is that your background, or is it just things you figured out, or things you read
It
about?
is not my background. I have no idea how these ideas pop in my head. I'll get an idea and I'll research it just a bit more. Honestly, my organic deodorant started from me putting lime and lemon up under my arm, because if you rub lemon or lime up under your arm, it combats the smell, but it makes you sweaty. So it started there. And I'm like, I know I should know how to make this. And I just started to research. And I can truly say it's the blessing of God that this type of knowledge, it just comes to me easily.
Yeah. And now, one thing we spent a little bit of time in the first semester of class talking about was determining the price of your product. So when you offer these awesome ingredients, and you really pitch the handmade, made with care things, it's almost like an individualized order. So does that allow you to charge more than your competitor because you're offering more of a service? Because one thing we always say is the perceived value. So your customer thinks they're getting more, and they are getting more. You're not scamming anybody. So they are getting more, and you're able to offer more, which allows you to charge more. So is that kind of the thought process you have? Because a lot of these Black-owned businesses, especially here in Mississippi, the big mistake that I see from the outside looking in is they don't charge enough because they're so worried about being cheap. They would lose the sight of product quality, and that costs them profit.
Oh my gosh, that's such an amazing question, because when I started out, I've been making skincare products for 15 years now, but I just started selling my products and branding myself last July. Someone came to me and they were like, your products are so good, why don't you sell? And I was like, because I like making it. She was like, no, sell it. So I did a Juneteenth event, and oh my God, I made so much money. And people, they were coming like bees to honey. And I was like, okay, maybe this is something that I should look into. And when I started selling and being truly invested in my brand, I cheated myself. I would do free shipping. I would do delivery for free. And I would really lose money because I wanted to get my brand out there. I wanted people to see that it's really good product. But I had to have a moments with myself and say, no, you're valuable. So your products are valuable. And I am making this stuff with my heart. And honestly, when I make this stuff, I tell my customers, I reach out to my customers and say, well, do you have any concerns reference to your skin so I can customize your product? So yes, initially I was cheating myself, but now I market myself fairly. So I do research, as well as I look and see what other skincare vendors are selling, marketing their products for, and even big corporation. So Dove now makes aluminum deodorant. What are they selling their deodorants for? Oh, $20. Okay. Well, then this is what originally I was selling my deodorant for $5. Then I said I'll sell it for $8 because really it's amazing. And when I saw what other big corporations and other even small businesses like myself, I'm like, I'm definitely cheating myself. So now I've gone up to $10. I say I'm not going more than 10 because I want to be fair. One, and true, this is more of a healing journey I want everyone to go on.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean just because you raise your price doesn't mean you are diminishing your customers. But if you are putting in the work for it, and you are have your obviously higher costs with better ingredients, that's that's fair, especially with your target market, because we always say, would you rather sell 5 million at $1 or 1 million at $10? It's not always about the quantity. It can be about the quality.
Yes.
So that's a great example about how, sometimes as an entrepreneur, you have to raise your price. And that, especially if you want to really focus on the quality. Now, I know you say you do skincare, so I'm not a skincare expert by any stretch. But what are some of the range of products that you sell at RoyalTee Naturals?
Yes, I make natural soaps from goat milk. I make sugar scrubs. I also make sugar and salt combined scrub. One of my ingredients in my scrub is coconut sugar, because coconut sugar is organic and so good for your skin. So that's one of my ingredients. I have extracted body oils that I do not stretch or water down. I also have the organic deodorants. I also have steams. For the women, we call it a vaginal steam. For the men, we call it prostate or anal steam. If you have prostate issues, it's really good to steam to get that blood circulating and flowing. And for a woman, if you've had any type of trauma or if you've had a baby, it's really good as to bring your uterus back. And it's really good for stress, depression. And one of my ingredient in there is raspberry leaves because it also helps with blood circulation. I have mugwort, mother's worth. However, recently had a client that came to my house. My clients will come to my home. And she was like, this is what I'm having. These are my issues. What can you do to help me? So I was able to customize a steam for her based upon her issues. So I really love when my clients reach out to me and call me and text me, because that means I get to have that personal connection with you to kind of customize the best plan for your skin type.
Yeah, and I think along the same lines that, you know, that justifies you being able to charge a little bit more because you're offering more. And if, you know, that personalized touch is not something that Dove, you just use them as an example, would be able to offer, because obviously being a faith-based company, you have the mission to really heal the person inside and out. It's not just about looking good, but with what you're saying, your mission and your vision of your company is to really have the customer heal as a whole.
Absolutely.
It's a mental thing as well. Just from our few minutes talking, that's really what I'm getting from you. That's really cool.
Yes, absolutely. And that is exactly what my company is built upon, is faith. And I just want everybody to know that you are beautiful regardless of your skin type, or if you're having a breakout, because a lot of times we look in the mirror and we don't accept what we see. And social media is so hard right now. We feel like we have to fit in such a small box, but you don't. You're different. I'm different. We're all different, and we should embrace it.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to social media, is that the only way you advertise, or what other promotional activities have you done that have been successful or unsuccessful? Because that's a major trial and error thing in any business is how you promote yourself. So what have you done to promote yourself?
Yes, so social media is definitely one of my biggest platforms for promoting my business. I also go to local gyms, and if they'll allow me to sell my products there, I sell my products, and the gym members and employees get a discount.
Okay.
And if they do, typically, if my customers do a review, regardless if it's positive or negative, just give me your feedback. I then discount you for your next order, and then that's how word get out. Word of mouth is always the best way to, market. And I do a lot of networking events, not just with networking events for people of color, but I like to, network with everybody from a large spectrum, because although I'm a Black woman in America and I sound American, I am not American. So it's really good to, go out and say, well, hey, and connect, on different levels. So if I'm in an environment where I'm around a lot of islanders, then my accent, now it comes out, because now I can relate to you and I can speak to you in our natural language to let you feel comfortable, and then open you up to try my products. And then once you try it, then you're going to tell your friend is going to tell a friend and tell a friend. And then I get social media, views.
That's awesome. Now, and I didn't know you were an islander. So what part of the Caribbean are you originally from?
I'm from Jamaica. Yes.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to go. And so you came from Jamaica to Atlanta, or what was your path into opening this business?
Oh, yes. Born in Jamaica, small town, Spanish town, Jamaica. And my dad was a farmer here in America. He came on a visa to come work and take care of the family. But he loved it. Met my stepmom, the most amazing person I've ever met in my life. Oh my God, that woman has my heart. And when I turned 9 years old, my birthday gift was to be able to come and live with my father in America. And small town in Belgrade, Florida. It's a farming community. We farm rice, we do cabbage, we do sugarcane. There's only 3 occupations there. That's how small it is. You're going to be a teacher, a cop, or a farmer. My mom's a teacher. My dad is a farmer.
That's awesome. So how long have you been in the Atlanta area, or
I've been in Atlanta since February of 2012.
okay. And how long has RoyalTee been in business?
I've been making my products for 15 years, but I've been in business where I have an LLC, EIN for since last July.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
So I mean, and it sounds like even though you're doing well, you're still figuring it out and you got a lot of potential.
Yes.
Now now are you wanting to add any additional products as you go along?
So I am in the process of adding a turmeric soap scrub because, and actually nobody knows this, you're the first one to hear this. I will be now making turmeric oil for your skin. I'm going to start with the scrub and the turmeric oil this weekend, actually. So those are going to be seasonal items. I'm not going to keep them the entire time until, I'm a little bit more focused and dedicated, because right now I do have a full-time job and I'm a mother of 3 boys and they keep me going. So my time is pretty thin. So they won't be on my products list consistently, just seasonal.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't know this about you either. I'm glad you said that because we've had a ton of speakers this year, and we have some that are entrepreneurs first, and that's it. We have some that are entrepreneurs and they have a little part-time job. We have some that have full-time jobs and they're entrepreneurs on the side. So what are the pros and cons of that? Because, and, obviously entrepreneurs work for themselves, but employees don't. So obviously you have to balance that. And I think a mistake a lot of young business owners make is they go all in and don't have that backup and that steady income coming in. So how do you balance being the employee and the entrepreneur?
So it's a good balance for me. Both sides have its pros and cons. As an entrepreneur, I'm working 24/7 around the clock. I can go to sleep and then I'll wake up to get a cup of water and then I get an idea. So I'm not going back to bed. I'm jotting that idea down, researching. So that's entrepreneur lifestyle. I make my own schedule. I do as I see fit. Being an entrepreneur, when I do my vending events on the weekend, I may make anywhere from $25 up to 2,000 in just 8 hours, with my job. But again, I don't have benefits. I don't have sick time, vacation time. I have nothing. With my job, I have those benefits. I have insurance for myself as well as my children. If I have to go out on a medical leave, I have that available as well. Not only that, I still have the skill sets of working on a team setting that I can bring back into my entrepreneurship lifestyle, which is just a solo player, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's so important, for the kids we have watching now and ones that I watch later. It's so important to not grow too fast. And I think that is the other than not charging enough. I think that's the biggest mistake a lot of young business owners make of any color, because they see bigger, bigger, bigger. They're impatient. It's tough to go all in immediately, and I think that's great that you are pacing yourself, because it's not something you can just do overnight.
Exactly. And I'm a firm believer the race is not given or won by the swift or the one that finishes first, but it's given and won by the one that endures and finish. So your timing may not be my timing and my timing may not be your timing. However, I'm going to do what I have to do to be successful in my time. And because I also, not only do I research how to make my products, I research small businesses. How long do they last? What are some of the benefits? What are some of the negatives, the positives? And a lot of small business don't make it 5 years. Yeah. And my end goal is to have this small business become a large empire so that my 3 children can branch out and do their own thing.
That's awesome. And it's definitely important to begin with the end in mind. That's really good. But I do have some questions from the students, and these are all our some of our entrepreneurship students here at Velma Jackson. The first one is Deja Weaver, and she is a sophomore. And she asked, "Was this your first choice of a business to open?"
No. Actually, this was my first choice of a business to open. This is a flyer. No, Deja, that was a great question. No, my first choice of a business is closet organizing. I am a neat freak. I like to have stuff organized. If I come to your classroom and you have a paper turn a little bit, you'll see me start touching and organizing things. So that I started my closet organizing business as soon as the pandemic hit. When the pandemic hit, that business, it sunk. The business, I wouldn't say I'm over with the business. However, it's not producing. So if it's not producing. So therefore I cannot invest my time in it.
But that's something that could come back in demand later. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's one that the pandemic would just kill.
Mm-hmm.
If it was brand new. Now this is Harmony Williams, and she wants to get into the
Hi,
cosmetology
Harmony.
industry. And she's a sophomore as well. And she asked, when you're working with someone's skin, how long does it take you to find a product that will work?
So when working with someone's skin, for me, I always tell my customers, my first question is, are you using other skincare products? Okay, you are. How many different skincare products are you using? Are they the same brand, or what are you doing? Because a lot of times my customers use skincare products from this person, that person, over here, over there, and you're making your skin worse. So when consulting with the clients, I make a recommendation based upon their concerns and based upon what I see, and then I tell them, stick with my skincare product for at least 3 weeks. Don't wake up 3 days later and don't see a result and think, oh, it doesn't work. You have to stick with something for at least 3 weeks before you see a change. So for me, consulting with someone, maybe about 30 minutes, and then I make a recommendation and tell them, use this product for 3 weeks, and then come back to me and let me know what you think, what you see that's changed, what if you see anything that's gotten worse.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to knowing your target market and knowing that different age groups are going to be different skin tones are going to be different. There's all kinds of environment, and I'm not a skin expert by any means, but I know there's all kinds of environmental factors.
Yes.
So that's great that you did your research. This is Christina Robinson, and she's a junior.
Hi, Christina.
And she asked, when it comes to promoting your product, do you have different people? Promote it, or do you promote it more yourself?
So I promote my products. I am the brand of my product. I love to show my skin off. Most days I am not wearing makeup, especially when I'm doing an event or going to a network. I do not wear makeup because I want you to see my skin and say, wow, your skin look amazing. So I'm the primary face. I am the face of my business, but I also have a beard model because I make beard products, and his beard is so long. So I have a beard model, and I do have other skincare and hair models as well, but mainly 90% of the time I'm branding my business.
Wow. Now that takes skill. To be your own brand ambassador, because a lot of people, they're behind the scenes, but it's tough to model it as well. That's impressive. This is just one more from the students. This is Rashawn Smith, and he's in 9th grade.
Hi, Rashawn.
And he asked, so I'm trying to think how to word it. Was your son having eczema at 2 years old the main thing that inspired you to get into skin cleansing?
Absolutely. If he did not have eczema, honey, I couldn't tell you if I would be doing this today.
Wow.
It was him having eczema and me not wanting to see my little baby cry because he's dug into his skin trying to get some type of relief. So I can say my business, although that my faith is in the Lord and I know that he blesses me with these ideas and to create these products, if it was not for my son, this business, RoyalTee, would not be here today. RoyalTee Naturals would not be here today. It would simply just be me, Taffa Tee.
That's incredible that, a traumatic experience can build something beautiful. That's a great inspirational story. Wow.
Thank you.
That's one of the coolest business origin stories I've ever heard. And I've heard a lot, but we're almost out of time, and we thank you so much for joining us. I know you got a crazy schedule out there in Atlanta. But before we go, I always ask the same question, and that is, everybody that's here with me now is a young Black kid in America, and weren't even born in the United States, so that's even more impressive as an immigrant and a daughter of immigrants. So, I always say it's not hard. It's not easy. I'm sorry, it's not easy to be Black in America. There's obstacles that are faced by men, women. By everybody, but especially the African American population. So these kids are going to face the same obstacles you faced, and you even faced them more being a foreign-born person. So what can they do now to prepare to face those same obstacles they're going to face as young Black kids in America?
Don't take everything personal. When something comes at you pledge force, full hard, when the people that you even depend on the most feels like they are not in your corner or backing you up, that's when you tell yourself, I got this, I can do it. Because you first have to believe in yourself before anyone else believe in you. Once you believe in yourself, anything that comes and try to come and knock you down, just know and stand firm on what you believe in, and know that, yes, I am different. Yes, I look different. And unfortunately, because of my brown skin tone, people will see me and be afraid for no reason. However, whatever you have to use, even if you have to use the fear in other people that are looking at you, they may think you're not smart. They may think you're not intelligent because of your skin tone, but you use that to excel and move forward. And no matter what anybody say, because you're looking at a little girl that used to be bullied every day. I got spit on before, and I persevered. So just keep that in mind, that you're not doing this for yourself. You're doing this for the next Black boy or the next Black girl that's coming up years later. You're doing this. It's bigger than you. So you have to persevere and keep moving.
That's awesome. Well, Taffa Tee, we thank you so much for joining us. And I love your hair too, by the way. It looks
Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
But tell us where to find you on social media and your website, so they can try your products for themselves.
Absolutely. So on social media and on my website, it's RoyalTee Naturals. The RoyalTee is spelled RoyalTee, RoyalTee Naturals. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and that is also my website. I'm more active on Instagram. So definitely, even if you like this and you're more so interested in skincare or anything, and if I can help you even in the future, just please reach out to me. I always message back, and I'm always available. I love to help others because someone had to give me a helping hand.
Absolutely.
And because I love to help others and I love to be a blessing, everybody that asked me a question today, I would love for your instructor to send me your name and the address to your school, and I'm going to create a gift box for your instructor as well as yourself, and you're all going to get a surprise gift. And if there's something that you're interested in, you can just tell him, hey, I want this, and that's what you'll get. And I will also give him a list of all of my products, so that, because I do want to be a blessing.
That's incredible. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. But again, I will definitely get you that information, and we'll get that for these kids. So that's great. And I'm glad they're thinking about this stuff as well, even if they want to be part-time entrepreneurs. I know thinking like an entrepreneur can be very beneficial as an employee as well.
Yes.
But again, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Atlanta. RoyalTee Naturals, check it out. Great product and a great leader, great story. But I will talk to you soon, my friend.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you all so much for having me. You all have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
All right, thank
you. It
you.
was a pleasure. Thank you.